Hey guys, what is up? Licidian back again. We're still at the Ship Expo over here in Dual Universe. Getting logged in here. I logged in a little bit ago and kind of looked around a little bit. And we're going to log in again. And we're going to go ahead and run around and see if there are any new ships here. And then we're going to have to go ahead and head out, take our ship away. Unfortunately, got other matters to attend to. Um, so we're going to take a look around, see what's new, and then we're going to go ahead and head out. Um, get warp cells to sell, money to make, that sort of thing. And recap some of our profit. We should have, hopefully, have an anti-grav device or so made as well at this point. Um, should be getting close at least. So as soon as we get logged in, it takes a minute to load with all this number of ships here. And for some reason, I keep on getting the hiccups, so I'll probably be muting a lot. Um, been having a terrible fight with hiccups tonight. All right, so we're on our ship. We did a little bit of work on the ship while we've been over here. Um, Went ahead and started working on the anti-gravity stuff that I wanted to do. I think it's not bad so far, and it is functioning as far as I can tell. Of course, I haven't been up in the air to test it yet, but we should be able to work it at this point. Now I'm going to move the screen. Sorry, I had another little hiccup attack. Not sure what's going on with that. It's really annoying. We're going to move that screen up to the front of the ship where we can actually operate it while we're flying. Get that going. So I see they've built a little land speeder thing to sell these ships here. Um, they're I guess giving away the blueprint and the boxes over there, and then got the parts there. I think in the dispenser. Not really sure. So we still got the Millennium Falcon over here. Um, Looks like some ships have left. Um, a lot of ships are still here though. So, and then I think we got some new ones kind of floating around too. So over here, looks like we've got a secondary platform kind of stuck onto the bottom of this platform. And got just a couple more ships out here. Um, this is some nice colors. Interesting looking, interesting windows and stuff on there. Pretty cool. Um, nothing, nothing terribly complicated in the design, but looks pretty nice. Some good coloring and some kind of neat shapes and stuff. And then this is just kind of a little bit of a plain box ship. Nothing much, nothing much going on there. And then we got a couple little TIE fighter type ships here. I think this one looks pretty decent. Um, that one don't look bad. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how you get in and out. If you get stuck in there every once in a while, that would be a little frustrating. I guess it looks like you can pop out the top. Looks like so. That's good. Imagine this one's set up the same way. Yeah. Yep. Set up the same way. That's probably a good thing. Seems like something you would get occasionally ejected into the roof, which is a little bit frustrating. So we saw the Titan yesterday. Saw the box truck. Just gonna kind of run through here. We're gonna go around. We're gonna try to kind of turn left and stick to the left. Now this thing, I don't think this thing was here. The yacht looking thing was here yesterday, but I don't think the giant castle thing was here. I don't know if we can get on it and look around a little bit or not. Got some neat little lasers shooting off the bottom of it. I don't see a way up. Oh, stuck under there. Can you walk under here? Yeah, there we go. I don't see a way up on it. I don't remember if this was here yesterday or not. Oh yeah, it was here because it's one we couldn't make it up onto the ramp. And the yellow one was here. So we'll look around here. I don't see any way to get on that over there. It's pretty neat though. It's Pride class Citadel. Pretty cool. And of course we've seen this guy. We're gonna come back. I think this Grim ship is new. This might be new as well. I don't remember if this was here last night or not. Love the windows. The windows are really cool. Really cool. Some nice designs on the engine housings and stuff. Got some rockets in there and then space engines. Looks like 12 Atmo engines. Viewing platform, ship entrance on sides. Right here, okay, yeah, there we go. Oop. Take a look around inside real quick. That's some good work here. This is really bright. Kind of neat little tracing on the sides. Warp core, or warp drive. Respawn pad. All the gas tanks look like they're available from the inside. Some engine access back here. Do some repairs and stuff. What is this thing? There's a rocket engine on the outside apparently. Alright. And looks like a few cargo cans. Looks like it probably needs a couple more. Nothing else really down here. It does say it's a work in progress, so not gonna judge too harshly. And then looks like this is a way to get back out here. It's pretty nice looking inside. Yep, we're going this way. Go this way. It's the ship of doom over there. The game crasher. So this, I don't think this was here yesterday. This is kind of neat looking. A little bit riffly, but it's hard to get those little small angles to look good. It's pretty nice. Interesting use of the steel columns here. Make some nice little clean designs. Nice little thin pinstriped luminescent glass in there. I don't remember. I think this one was here last night. And we got the nice double force field front end. So this is all one ship. Okay, it took me a minute to figure out what was going on with the connections and stuff over here. So I guess you come out. This definitely wasn't here. Org FOE work in progress. Kind of difficult to get on here. Just jump over. There you go. I'm not really seeing a good way to get up onto the. Like, I'm not sure why they put the ramp over to the shore since you can't really. Doesn't look like you can really get up on the other part of it. I mean, might be able to get up on here somehow. Nope, It's not looking promising. No. So yeah, I don't think we can actually get up and look in the wings over there. Looks interesting though. Looks like still got a little bit of work to be done on it, but looks like it's gonna look pretty cool. I like the kind of the broken up look of this. The front end of this looks really neat, and the designing on the sides looks really cool. Looks really cool over here. Now I think it's. They said it was made by FOE. You get a little backward FOE in here. I'm not sure if that was intentionally reversed. I'm wondering if it's the right way over on the other side, and they copied and pasted the ship to get it. Yeah. So they've copied and pasted this side. You know, it says F106 and FOE over here. They've just copied and pasted this to the other side, and so it looks a little backward over here. Little details. I'm sure they'll get that sort of stuff ironed out. So it says FOE backward and then F106 there. I'm sure they'll get that stuff fixed though before it's production ready. So we got Shield over here, the SPB HG barge. Take a look in here. No warp drive, looks 10 containers. Antigrav. This is a medium core, yeah. Little speeder. Some extra seating. If I could stay on the ladder. It's kind of a neat little ladder going up. And looks like we're getting the transparent screen glitch. Transparent screens sometimes turn white. Don't work right. So hopefully that won't be a persistent problem. But it's pretty nice looking inside. And outside it looks pretty decent. Some interesting shaping and stuff going on there. Looks pretty cool. Interesting thing up on top. Not sure if that's wrapping something or if it's just up there. Let's see. Don't see any more ships over this way. Got a little speeder here. We'll go take a look over here. I saw there's a ship or two. Look like over here. That's an interesting little thing. Kind of cool looking. And for a little ship, it's kind of cute. Kind of beefy hover on it for such a tiny ship. Like, not sure what they're expecting you to be carrying in your pocket that would be that heavy. Either way, it's kind of neat. We'll come back and look at this ship. I think that was here last night, though. We're gonna run up. Gonna look under here while we're out. So we got kind of a delta wing thing over here. This looks pretty nice. Very smooth. Really good job with the connecting this circle to the flat wing. I'm assuming there are aileron siding in there somewhere. There's some ailerons under here. This looks pretty slick. It is pretty square, but looks really nice. Looks like somebody with maybe kind of a little lower skilled like me sometimes can't do the super fancy angles and stuff. So they stuck with what they could do and made it look good. Made it look real good. So going over here. So this ship was here last night. This one is super awesome. I like it. little cargo can. I still think as far as the like, I'm pretty sure this is like extra small almost. I mean, not really. I mean, might be a small, but it really looks extra small. Let's see if we can get in it real quick. Nope. No, just it might be a small. It's a small if it is, I think. Pretty cool looking though. Go over here. It looks like we got some new ships up under here. That little thing was over here last night. Alright, what do we got over here? That's kind of interesting. Interesting little sail. That's interesting too. The pack. That's definitely interesting. This ship over here, I like it. Interesting use of curves. Curved sections look really interesting, and then the flats that are kind of slatty. Very unique. Definitely not something you would normally see. Looks really interesting. Not a bad design. We got looks like a bomber over here. Pretty decent work. We'll haul 600 tons off of Alioth. We'll haul 1 kiloton pretty much everywhere else. Ain't that the story of it? We saw this one last night. I don't think this little thing was here last night. It's kind of neat looking. This one looks like possibly another pack design. I don't know. The little strings hanging off of there. I don't remember if this one was here last night or not. I think it was. Oh yeah, I remember this interior here for sure. Yeah. And this, some very nice decoration over here on the side. I like that. And some interesting use of a lot of different colors to really make that side look interesting. I especially like the decoration right there. It's real nice. So they had a little bit of a hard time getting that all smoothed out, which is totally understandable. The Zomageddon. So this is Cosmic Zombie. Looks very good though. Really digging the sides. They look awesome. The decorations up there are really cool. Alright. This one's looking a little rough. A little bit rough. This is probably a work in progress here. Maybe not. I don't know. Looks kind of rough. And over here, don't remember if this was here last night or not. It's another one that looks a little bit rough. Well, I think that one was here last night. I don't remember seeing this. This is interesting. So it's remote controlled, space only. A little disappointed the screens aren't working here because I would love to see the info for that. And I'm pretty sure that was here last night. VXF 3000 Hover Racing League. Interesting. So it's just got 2 hovers on it. they've made use of the cable or steel columns, and got some little adjusters on there. Just kind of pinched off on the ends of the wings. A couple of brakes. Looks like it's probably pretty lightweight. At 3.5 tons. That's a good lightweight ship right there. Excellent use of flats. Really, really good. Little flat surfaces there. Okay, pretty sure we saw this and this. And sorry if I zipped by something and it was not something we looked at. I'm pretty sure we saw this. See, this one looks much more smoothed out and completed. Looks interesting. And I think this was here last night. It looks pretty decent. Schnover radar optimized for atmospheric scanning. I think this one was here last night. Yeah, this is the one I was not expecting to be hollow on the inside. I jumped on there, but I don't remember the second ship. It might have been in there. I don't remember for sure. Ugh. I'm not getting up there. That's all right. I could use the ramp, I guess, but we've been up there. So I think this may be new. This is, besides the fact that it's on fire, it's pretty interesting. Looks like it had a little bit of a rough landing. Basically everything is destroyed. Like the whole front end and side. Oh man. Took a little bit of a beating coming in. It's pretty rough. Looks cool though. It's kind of a unique design. Here's another kind of flying box design with just some neat colors. Neat little widgets on the side. I think they may have goofed while they were putting together the interiors and stuck a piece of gold through there. That's gold. Polished dark yellow steel. Hard to tell in this light under here. Alright. I don't remember if this was here or not. This looks pretty nice. It's alright. Techro Proto Hauler, free BP. So, from what I've seen, a lot of people are giving away blueprints to some decent looking ships. Now, obviously, some super fancy ones it's hard to find blueprints for. But there are people giving away a fair number of blueprints over here at the Ship Expo for some alright looking ships, you know. So this is interesting. They actually made these kind of look like cargo cans. And then they are cargo cans, and like, yeah, that's super cool. Just made the interior look like a cargo can. So that's a lot of good fun. This is interesting. I'm pretty sure this was here last night. Definitely unique. This I like the kind of industrial look that this one has. Kind of the open air, just skeletonized look with kind of solid body and wing structures and everything else is open. I'm pretty sure this ship was here last night. It looks super good. I know that ship was. This one was parked up at the top last night, I think. It looks pretty decent. I like the designs on the sides, but I am fairly certain that this one was. Yeah, this is one we looked at last night for sure. Because it's one that I had. I said I think I have VR'd onto this ship before, or into an area where this ship was. Um, so yeah, we've seen that one. Saw that one. Don't really see anything too fantastic that direction. Oh, we made the full circle here. It looks like. So, um, anything? I'm not sure if we saw this one or not, but it's got some transparent screens on it. Oh, the transparent screens are working. Cool. Unfortunately, as you can see, the ship's still under construction. So it's still a work in progress. There are quite a few work in progress ships over here, you know. I think it's cool that people went ahead and brought work in progress ships because it takes a lot of time to make something like these. And going ahead and sharing with people kind of your current place where you're at, how much you got done, stuff. It's kind of neat to see how these ships, and imagine how they might turn out later. So. We'll go ahead and get ourselves back over here on the platform. Continue around. Got to look at the Grim ship up there. And I think I may have seen a few others as we were running through. So I'm pretty sure we saw this one last night. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one was here last night. We're getting a little bit of lag. Just give it a second. And maybe it'll straighten out. Or maybe it'll just choke. Give it a second here. Still loading elements. You can see like the force field just popped in and stuff like that. It's got to load a lot of stuff here, so give it a second. Try not to push it too hard. I know some people were complaining they couldn't even load in over here. It's just too many ships and stuff, so. Script CPU overload shutdown. Interesting. I have never seen that message before. I don't know if somebody's running a script. So yeah, we looked at this one last night. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this one was here. I don't remember seeing this one. We might have looked at it. Looks pretty neat. This is a very, let's say unique. Very unique design. Looks like it's got strafe engines on it. And reverse engines and up engines and down engines and adjusters literally everywhere. And yeah, it's a interesting design. It's kind of just a little flying platform that apparently can go in every direction. Alright, so getting on up here, we saw this one last night. We saw this one. So let's take a look at Grim here. I'm fairly certain Grim was not here last night. And it looks pretty slick. Very clean looking. So you get inside and it looks like there's blood splattered on the walls. But no, it looks good. Looks very good. Nice, clean kind of interior too. Looks like you pulled the stabilizers in to make room. Warp drive as the centerpiece of the table. It's kind of a neat use of the warp drive. And of course, yeah, I've seen this script being run a lot over here. I had a script set up kind of similar to this. It did cargo and fuel tanks, and I don't know, it kind of felt redundant with the other stuff that already displays that stuff elsewhere. So, um, Justin Graham, if you're interested in this ship, now this ship was over here. I don't think this ship was over here, and these. I mean, this is there's some really nice curves with a really thin. I mean, they're not quite flats, but they're super thin, and that is some good work right there. With these rings that come around. I'm jealous of this person's ability to work with flats there. That's some pretty excellent work. Kind of an industrial looking ship there. Got a little info board over here. Vesper by Idris Kale, Infinity Corporation. Looks really good. Got some wings. On the front here, and then all the stabilizers in the back. Got a little bit of decoration on the stabilizers. That looks really nice, shaped on there real good. And this is really smooth. I like it. I don't remember seeing that last night. I think we saw this one last night. Matter of fact, I'm almost certain we saw this last night. These are some super cool little spiky sides and stuff, and yeah, I remember these for sure. The engine housings over here on the sides look good. We got the hover covers. Got some wings. This one definitely looks nice. Of course, we got the massive cube of crashing. Last night, whenever I came over here and tried to look at it, my entire machine just pretty much died. So but it looks really cool. Very much an industrial kind of train yard looking ship that is just absolutely epic. And apparently, from what people were saying in chat last night, has a lot of boxes and stuff on it. Got some BSC ships that we saw last night. We saw these. Getting a little bit of lag again. We got a script error. Somebody's running some script that's not working right there. The red ship was here. This was here. I don't remember seeing this AG ship. I think it was. Yeah, I do remember that. That was here. I think that one was here. Definitely the pyramid was here. The rocket chairs. I was trying to remember what all was here. I don't remember seeing this. Now this is pretty cool. I do like Lord Keg and Lord Keg. Is this all one construct? If that's all one construct, that's super nifty. Have the little ships flying with you. Very well may be, because I see like one adjuster on those. I do see engines, but I don't see like any pitch and roll and stuff. So that's a neat way to handle having to stick wings literally everywhere. Just build some extra ships in the air around your ship, and you get your wings all looking cool. That's interesting. I don't remember seeing this. Apparently the Doris Max. I see a kind of dark D there and then Max. Pretty sure this ship was in here. Oh, I don't really see anything new. It looks like some stuff got moved around, maybe in here, but it looks like it was all here. I think that was here. Kind of neat little tank. I think it was here last night. I don't remember for sure. Some interesting use of circles to hide stuff there. It looks like they got a chain. Now this. Using, it looks like that's actually like almost like a flat under there, and they've got it on the top too. That is some really good work connecting that to the circles, and it looks super slick under there. Somebody should be proud of that. This is kind of neat too. They probably took a little bit of effort. Wouldn't be too terrible to build something like that, but certainly is noteworthy at least. That it's really neat design there. Let's see what else we got. Don't remember seeing this. It's interesting use of barricades. I haven't seen anybody hardly using barricades as structure on their ships. We've seen barricades on tops of things to keep people from running off the edges and stuff, but have not seen them on ships as part of the structure, so that's kind of cool. I haven't seen these steel panels. I don't think I've seen those used anywhere. One of the things, I've seen these programming boards, or these not programming boards before. They're a little disappointing. I was hoping it would be like a better board with more inputs or something, and nope, it's just a prop. It's a little bit disappointing, but I get myself stuck in something here. I don't remember if we saw this or not last night, so this is kind of getting a little laggy again. Of course, I haven't figured out a way to get up on top of this building to see the stuff up here. Looks like there are wings all the way around the engine up there. It's pretty interesting. And we are lagging pretty good right now. It is super laggy around here right now. Way worse than it was, and that's another reason, I think I'm going to just head out after we get done with a little tour. Try to get turned and away from some stuff here so we can continue on. Starting to get pretty choppy. Okay. So we're apparently being assaulted by another script, I guess. I don't know. Kind of wondering about people's scripts that you run by people's ships in the marketplace, and you get a script loaded. I've kind of wondered what would happen with those. It's kind of been a concern of mine with being on an older machine. So this is cool. I like the ribbing inside there. Yeah, we are just choking hard. We'll get that error again here in a minute. Not really sure what's going on with that. I haven't never seen that error before, so definitely something unique. Yep, there we go. So that ship was here. I saw somebody, before I logged in, I was kind of looking at the tech support channel. There's another Doris down there. Probably not going to go out that direction. But I was looking at the help channel, and somebody was saying somebody was kind of trolling the area, causing lag. So maybe what they were talking about. I don't know. Excuse me. Sorry, I had a little bout of the hiccups again there. I don't remember seeing that or not. Like, yeah, I think that was here. Looks pretty good. Yeah, that's all Black Star Initiative stuff over there. Definitely saw it last night. Definitely saw the ship that we're running under right now. The DIA stuff. I don't remember seeing that. It looks pretty decent, and can't tell what's like up there above it. It's like people started just dropping ships kind of wherever, and then building ramps. So it looks like somebody was nice enough to build a ramp down from this ship for this guy. Come over here, and then he's got a ramp going on up. So you can climb up and look at this. This is... I feel like we saw this ship. I don't remember for sure. Now we definitely... I'm almost certain that ship was not there. And we got another Thor ship over there that I don't remember seeing. It says Boca on it, I think. That looks super slick. I like that. That is all hand-worked stuff there. And this is some hand-designed stuff too, it looks like. Yeah, light gray iron. Yeah, that looks good. This looks pretty impressive. Looks a little bit rough right there. Can't tell from here whether that's actually that rough or not. It's hard to tell from over here, and I don't know if we can get on it or not. This is worth the jump. All right, we'll see if we can get up here. I do want to see the sides of this if we can. And I don't know if we can make that jump, and I don't want to fall. So we're just going to jump back. I don't remember seeing this. This looks like another DIA ship, but I don't remember seeing... Oh, okay. The rest of it loaded in. Yeah, that was here. Yeah, it's kind of a neat little ship, but... and then we did see... it's the Baron. It was over on the other side. And, oh, there's a ramp right here. I didn't realize there's a ramp right here. So we got a cargo container ramp going into this version of Thor ship, which is apparently anti-grav and looks pretty nice. Can't tell a whole lot about the inside just yet, but oh, some of these screens are bugged here again. So I wonder if we can maybe get a closer look at the tail of this thing. Yeah, so it looks like that all smoothed out now that we're closer. I can't really tell for sure. So like it looks a little blocky from out away, but then a lot of times that stuff will smooth itself out whenever we get closer. So this ship is not as nice looking as the other Thor ship. I don't know if this is made by the same guy. Well, it's not owned by the same guy anyway. So they did do some interesting work over here. These little ridges and stuff. And I don't know, it looks good, but it's not as good as the other one. Sorry, just, you know, the way it is. So we got the Baron that we had over on the other side. We've seen all of these. I don't remember this section even being here last night. For some reason this feels like an entirely new... I'm lagged out again. Yikes. For some reason this feels like a new section. I love that designing on that. That's really cool. The coloring and the little raised bits. Looks really neat. Very, very nice. Got ourselves another Millennium Falcon kind of looking ship here. I do see a ship that we're going to jump down and look at over here. The blue one looks like an Infinity Corp logo on it. That looks good. That looks really good. Very nice detail work in here. Very awesome. Awesome design there. I like that. I saw a ramp. Where was it? It's over there. So, kind of hate jumping down where I don't know where there's a ramp to get back up. We'll come over here and look at this though. I remember seeing this. This is pretty neat. What is this called? Calypso. So we're standing on the elevator. That's interesting. There's looks like a space engine pointing down. Can't really tell. Might be something. Yeah, they got some space engines pointing to push down in here. The big radar. This is very nice looking. It's very slick, and get some decent detail work on it. It's not like overly complex or anything. This thing here's got. I'm not sure if it's just not loading in right or if there's some issues with it. This looks nice. Very nice. We'll walk over here real quick before we go back in. This looks rather interesting. A little bit rough at the bottom, but interesting, like pipe-looking things. Looks like a little car. I mean, it's like missing front wheels. Kind of makes me think of like motorcycle pipes coming off of an engine. It's pretty interesting. I like these. Looks like they had a really hard time making them, but they do look really cool. And this looks really nice over here as well. So like, I don't mind, you know, these ships that are maybe not as detailed as some of the other ships. You know, I mean, this is all pretty simple angles. Nothing really complex, but really nice work in using those really simple tools to get some really good effects that look nice. I do like the kind of simplistic design with just some nice colors and stuff to make it look good. You know, stick with what you're good at, right? And if you're not able to do the really hard little curves and angles and, you know, using all the flats and stuff, then hey, you can make some stuff that looks really good with just the regular old angles and squares, and don't have to worry about it. You can design some pretty neat stuff that way. This is actually really cool looking too, and it looks like it's mostly just regular old, you know, cubes and stuff that have been there's like one or two little angles on here that are kind of special, not quite normal angles, and the rest of it is just, you know, all standard, you know, standard voxel tool stuff. Nothing crazy that's happened to this, but it looks really good. Once again, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure if stuff's missing or if it's just not completed. There's like stuff sticking out. don't know. This looks interesting. Interesting. I don't, is this actually voxel line? Yeah. Yeah. So they've made the little thin voxel bars. Those are. They aren't terribly hard to do. It's definitely an interesting use to make them look like cabling going across the ship. It's kind of a neat effect all the way down through there. Yeah, seeing this stuff makes me wish I had a little more creativity in me. Definitely done some really cool, um, you know, cool detailing with the pretty easy standard tools. And then we got a mustache, which just the ship now rates like a 9 no matter what, just because it's got a mustache. Um, the ship could have been terribly ugly, and we'd still give it a 9 at this point for the mustache. So this is really nice looking. They've kind of ribbed in a lot of yellow and stuff. Looks very industrial. It's got looks like 4 large containers. Can't tell if there may be more above or behind here. And then I don't know. Did we look at this one? I don't think we did. Looks really cool. Again, you know, this is a fairly kind of standard-ish, not a whole lot of advanced techniques to build something like this, but they've made it look really good. I do appreciate when people have been able to make the the standard kind of tool set without using any crazy techniques and made that look really decent. That's it's something to be proud of if you can pull that off. So we'll get back up here. Get back where we were over here. I don't remember seeing this. This is kind of fun looking. Yeah, I was gonna say I think there are engines in here. I just don't see them yet. And there they are. So yeah, we may not have come over this far before because we went across this ramp over here. Yeah. All right. So we jumped down and looked at that ship over there. So we'll kind of cut across the middle here to get back. We were over here somewhere. Yeah. So we saw that. This is a really nice. I do like the Seahawk. Um, the Seahawk is really well done. It looks like there were a lot of complications in getting this shape. Oh, all right. Give us a second. We're gonna have to pause for a minute, get the game going again. Alright, we are going again here. So the cache got a little out of hand apparently around all these ships, and we ran out of disk space. So I don't have this game installed on a very big hard drive. I put it on a SSD, and apparently it ran up a pretty good size cache. So we had to clear the cache. So this time loading is going to be a little bit slower. So you have to reload some things into the cache, but the cache was just getting super out of hand. Whenever it tried to close out with the error message, it actually said there wasn't enough space left on the hard drive to zip up the crash report, which after looking at the hard drive space very briefly, figured out that was the case. So I kind of wondered if that wasn't the case, with having been over here for so long, looking at a lot of different ships and stuff. That's kind of a curse of doing this on a little bit smaller of a hard drive. But it is a faster hard drive, so I stuck it on there instead. Wouldn't want to have it on a slow hard drive. It will definitely cause a lot of lag if you put your cache on a slower hard drive. You might be able to get away with installing the game on a slower drive, but the cache definitely has to be on a fast drive. No doubt about it. Which, you know, the game itself is, I mean, it does take up some hard drive space, but I think the cache actually takes up more hard drive space, significantly more hard drive space than the game itself. So I wasn't worried about installing the game on it, and it keeps us running a little bit smoother for a little bit longer before we have to restart the game on the kind of ancient beast. We do have a slightly older computer running this. It was top of the line, custom build back about, I want to say 7-8 years ago. I was talking hardware specs with a buddy of mine, and I named off the processor because he was naming off processors and stuff, you know, what he has in his machine. I named off my processor, and he was like, what is that? So, you know, it's kind of, it's getting a bit dated, especially for the gaming world. It's getting a bit dated for kind of the everything world, but definitely getting dated for the gaming world. I'll have to upgrade it fairly soon, one of these days. But it runs all right for now. This game is definitely pushing it though. And it looks like we're in. Yep. So we were on the Seahawk, which we had seen it before. Pretty sure we saw this as well. Matter of fact, I'm certain we saw that. We definitely saw that. And that. Is there another ramp over here? Or is this just people parking? Yeah, people. Oh, that's what we went down and looked at those already. Okay, so this one, I think the doors don't open on this one. Yeah, we saw this. It looked pretty decent, but unfortunately, no doors. So I just saw up there. It looked like it said "Vote for Trump" or something. Yeah, there we go. Trump 2020, making America great again. It's good. We got electioneering in our game here. Little space radar up here. I don't remember seeing that, but I don't see any way to get over. Oh, off the corner. I also don't remember seeing this. Looks like they've used some lasers near. Pretty cool. Use of the lasers for making some cabling looking stuff across there and some bright colors. Just step up here real quick and take a look inside. It's really shiny. Not very big. It's a medium core. Interior is kind of small. Not much to see inside. I don't think we're actually going to walk over there. It looks like just kind of a big hangar bay and then some kind of other stuff. It looks like, man, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This thing has 40 engines on it. And 4 XL space engines. Plus, looks like they're the large rockets. That's a lot of push. And I'm not sure why they have adjusters on the back here. I would understand if they were like top and bottom, but they're kind of just sprayed across here and they're not in line, and that's actually kind of bugging me. They're not lined up at all, not even close. But anyway, we'll look away from that. So this is kind of neat. They've used the wings that would be counted as stabilizers in this case to connect the wing bits that are ailerons in this design. And of course they've got a little ramp over here. Looks like just cargo inside. No automatic doors. And a little cockpit up here. Not a bad looking little cockpit. Not much going on inside there. We'll head back out. So we saw that. I don't remember if we saw this or not. This looks pretty nice. I like the way it like really comes down flush with the ground real nice, and it looks like there's an ammo break right there maybe. That's the force field. Oh no, that's actually part of the ship. Interesting. Looked like it was actually resting on a break, but I guess not. But we did see this last night as well. Or those wings. These are the ships by Ramdor. Pretty sure that was there. Pretty sure that was there. These are also by Ramdor. Little boxy kind of ships. That was there. I don't remember seeing this. We did see that. And we saw that, and we saw the Titan. So it looks like we've kind of been around all the way again tonight. Seen pretty much everything there is to see here. Wait for my force fields to load in here. So still top of the line. I think are the Cyclone and the Thor over here. I think they've still kind of got everything beat as far as the 2 top ships. Definitely a lot of fantastic ships here. Looks like a lot of them have left. I mean, this area was absolutely packed last night, and it's kind of cleared up a little bit. So I think a lot of people have left, which is, yeah, it's a little unfortunate because I'm sure a lot of people missed seeing some of it. You know, with some of the cool designs that were out there, and I'm really glad some of the better ones have stuck around. Definitely happy that those are still getting shown off, because they're really nice. So we are gonna attempt to go ahead and just gonna move this thing. We're just gonna dock it on top of here if we can. This isn't optimal. This is um, getting my ship out of here. So we'll see. Make sure it's docked by moving the construct. All right. And oops, wrong button there. If we could push the right button, we would be good. And for some reason, and I don't know why. I think it's just some of those elements there have a larger hitbox than they technically should. I was really hoping that this would sit down on the extra small landing gear, and it's just not wanting to. I'm not sure which piece is actually holding it up. I think it may be the pulsers that are sticking, because this thing is closer to the ground than any of the rest of those. So I think the pulsers maybe what's holding it up. And some of these elements just, a lot of them have a weird hitbox. Like we determined that force fields have a weird hitbox. Like I can walk up here and I can't walk like toward that at all. I kind of get stuck in this doorway. So that's kind of an oddity. So we got the antigrav set up here. So what I want to do before we get started, I am gonna test out this script. So I'm gonna activate my programming board, and I'm gonna just set this at 1100, which is gonna make this so the AGG altitude kind of climbs. It doesn't go straight up. And so I've got that displayed. Now I don't have the current altitude displayed anywhere. I didn't really see a point because you can kind of see it in the top right corner of your screen. So if you're confused about your altitude, it's here. So if you get confused about your current altitude, then that would be where you would look for it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this screen off. Just do that, and then this screen should go kind of right in the middle, right there. That's where it lives. That's where it's going to live. And for now, you can see this is off. So here in a little bit, we'll once we get left, and I'm gonna try to do an interesting thing with the landing of the ship. Not sure if it'll let me do it or not. I'm not sure if it'll let me pull it off. But and then leaving atmosphere, I'm gonna pull the ship up to as close to perfectly zero as possible. Whenever you hit the leave atmosphere, but I wanted to set the this to 1100, and then we've got a power toggle here. We've also got a power toggle, in our seat. You can press Alt G, and that will let you activate the antigrav. And so we should see that reflected on this screen. The little toggle will switch. And I'll switch it now so you can see it just switches over to green. And right now I still have some debug stuff going on in the console, the Lua console. We can get rid of the Lua console though. We can go to the support channel. Support channel is always interesting. But for now we're gonna toggle this off, and we're gonna leave this here. We're gonna go ahead and poke our button, which activates this center force field and turns off our ramp. And I'll let this guy on real quick if he wants to come on. He's more than welcome to. I'll let him come on. We're gonna be leaving soon, but he can come on if he wants to real quick. We won't stop anybody from coming and taking a little tour if they wanna take a look. Yeah, he waved. All right, so I don't know who it is. Maybe actually somebody I know. I don't know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll set ourselves down here and get a kind of top-down look and see which way we can probably most easily exit. And it looks like probably right over the top of those. Oof, this is gonna be tough. Probably over the top that direction. So we're just gonna let it come up a little bit. And this is one of the reasons why I particularly like having a very good controlling ship. because you can see I can actually turn, and then we'll just raise our altitude up just ever so slightly, and then we're just going to punch it and see if we can get off the ground and over everybody's ships without crashing into anything. And we did it. And we can go ahead and cut this back to about 40% because this thing actually goes really fast when it's empty. We got our little ship on top of there. It's like a little you know, headpiece. It's still holding a monitor as well. It's kind of funny holding the screen. We're going to open up our map and head back to our factory. Not that one. We're going to this one. The other one happens to be on another planet, so, you know, there's always that. Alright, and let's go ahead and get turned here. Looks like it's a little closer to go this direction. It ain't going to be much closer, but closer is closer. So, that's fine. This thing has a really fast reacting roll. I almost think it's too fast. Not sure I like it to be quite so quick on the roll. And even at least partially loaded, this thing rolls really fast. Just a little dangerous. Another thing that this ship does that's a little dangerous is it will leave atmosphere on you accidentally. Kind of a problem whenever you don't have space engines on it, which we are going to add space flight to this eventually. We'll redo the back of it. We're going to put 2 XL space engines on it. It'll look. We'll make it look good with the space engines. Tip over a little bit here and let it drag us off to the right. We are almost out of atmosphere, so we probably ought to. Or we're almost at 10%. Probably ought to tip down a little bit. Don't want to accidentally shoot this thing out into atmosphere quite yet. I do when we come in for our landing. So I've added these brakes, and I haven't really landed yet since I added. It's like another. I think I added another like 16 brakes to it or something the other night. And I haven't really tested those brakes out yet for just gliding down empty. So that's something we'll probably be testing out here in a little bit as well. We're about to leave atmosphere again. We're really close. Tip it down. Stop the climb. It's a little bit of a problem. It just wants to go up. Really likes to go up. We're sitting at 10%. Space engines would kick on at 3450 on Alioth, and so we are like almost out. And of course that would be still in gravity and still in atmosphere, so we would still have some control, but it's not a desirable thing to happen necessarily, and we just did it. So gonna scoot back down here. Their engines basically stop functioning. I mean, they work, but they don't work nearly as well at above the 10% there. And of course, if you accidentally go on out to 0, then you don't get wings or anything else, and you're just kind of free falling and floating around. and that's definitely not something you want. So, gotta kind of keep it tipped down here, which is why I have a gyro on it, so that you can kind of watch what you're doing. Don't accidentally stay tipped up. Kind of keep it tipped down a little bit. I do want to build some stabilization stuff into my seat at some point. I just haven't messed with it yet. I know there's a way to level off the ship pretty easily, but I want to get a roll stabilizer as well. Should be probably a little more complicated. Don't really know for sure. But we're going to get back over to the base. Going to pick up some warp cells, and then we're going to go over to the market. And what we're going to do, we got that little ship on top there. So we're actually going to leave ourselves linked to our container. This will be our first really good test of the anti-grav. We're going to float above the market, and then we're going to try to land back on the ship and see how it goes. And worst case scenario, we won't be able to pull it off. We have to fetch the ship out of the air and go again, which, stuff happens. So I think we can land the little ship on it, though, because of how fast it stops. So we need to put up some warp cells for sail. It'll be good to have a little bit of money coming in again. So, yeah, see, 40%, we're going 900 up here in the upper atmosphere where your engines aren't nearly as effective. And it is just really wanting to climb out. Like, it would be very, very easy to leave empty. And you should be able to carry somewhere around 1.7 kilotons, 1,700 tons, pretty easily off of Alioth here. So I want to put 2 XL space engines on it, on the back there, on the sides, and I think it'll look pretty snazzy. We'll have to see how they go on. I think it'll be interesting anyway to get that going. And up here in this upper level of the atmosphere, this thing is just sipping the fuel. 110 minutes of fuel remaining at 40%, going 900. It's a pretty good rate of speed, especially for you don't go as fast. Your engines don't push you as fast in low atmosphere. So this is actually pretty impressive speed for a kiloton. Well, I guess it's right now it's about 600, I guess, something like that. Let's see, 848. We're getting close to a kiloton. And then it's got the little 30 ton ship or whatever on top of it. 2 hours. It's definitely just sipping the fuel, and it does have the large atmo tank. So if you were to run low on fuel, it'll hold a lot. I can carry like 1 refill for that thing and fly for a really good long time. We wanna dip back down under our 10%. Get back under the 3450 mark. And we're not going to test the anti-gravity out until we get to the market. We're going to head back to the base. We'll go down. Actually, we might link to the container and leave this thing floating, and then try to fly down and fly up where it's not quite as laggy, and then see how well that works. Might be a thing to do, and then fly back up to it, and then take it to the market with the little ship docked on top of it. And what I'd like to do is build a extra small ship that you can scoot around with. That's a little more of a platform, but has the same basic shape as this. I think it'd be kind of cool to, you know, maybe not even a hover. Like I was thinking about doing the little hover platform, you know, the stand-on hover platform. But I think with having the space engines and stuff, I might build something a little bit bigger. Put some small verticals on it, um, and you know, see what we can come up with to kind of make it match this ship a little better, and kind of make it a little matched pair. I think that'd be kind of neat. I like to make stuff unique. And it's a lot of fun to just try to build things. So do some interesting stuff if we can. I'm not unproud of this ship. It's a very sleek, sleek design. It would be pretty easy to transform this into a Barghest from Eve if we wanted to, you know, shrink it up a little bit toward the front and then put a handle on the spatula. It'd be a Barghest. I don't know. I like to try to design things that are more unique to me and less you know, copies of things from other games so much. I think there's definitely a place for copies of things from other games. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my thing to try to copy other people's things. I like to do kind of my own thing. Yeah, so this thing rolls like super fast. With a ship this size, doing a roll like that should be dangerous, and like it's just not. And this thing, you know, it handles really smooth. Like your tip, your rolling doesn't really affect the pitch or the yaw at all, which is good. And then turning doesn't affect the roll at all, which is what we want to see in a well-designed ship. So we're going to come down here to about the level that we want, and then we're going to kick on the antigrav. So the antigrav, it does say base altitude is 1100, so that has been set, and we're just going to come down a little bit closer here. I'll start leveling off a little bit, and we'll go ahead and kick on the antigrav, and we'll shut our engines down and just kind of coast a little bit. Get ourselves lined up a little bit better at the base. This should take us right on down to 1100, and then we should be able to get out of the seat in theory. We're not gonna we're gonna try to go ahead and leave the ship, and this is dangerous because the antigravs are known to fail. they are known for stopping working in midair. So it's kind of bounced us up a little bit. We're pretty well straight above the ground here. It's going to bounce a little bit because we came in from kind of high. And we can actually help that out a little bit by just applying the brakes and letting it go a little slower down toward 1100. Just going to stop all that bouncing. And we're just going to move. We're going to go 10%, and we're just going to barely move up a little bit to kind of get a little closer up to the directly over the base sort of point. Which we're pretty well close enough. So we're going to go ahead and get out of the seat, and hopefully this thing will stay in the air. And we can see the power is on the anti-grav. And then we can put the ramp down on our ship. And we're going to have to jump up there. Oh, we can't jump up there. We can just look right up there and grab this thing. Now this thing is going to fly a little bit weird with that monitor on it maybe. It might not be too bad. So one of the things I'm concerned about is I haven't seen my base actually load yet. We're going to just kind of boost off of here, and we're going to kind of take a quick trip to the ground. And this is where that little hoverboard comes in handy. This sort of design doesn't do as well at coming like straight down, and actually it's doing a pretty good job of coming straight down right now. Turned around here. This thing doesn't have stabilizers on it, which prevents it from doing quite as sharp a turns, but it'll do pretty decent. I opted out of stabilizers just to save some weight. It looks like the base is definitely gone, so it looks like we're gonna have to load back in before it'll be there. We may actually do a little oopsie here, we'll see. Whoa! What's happening? Not sure why we're turning sideways. This is an issue. This is the second time this particular ship has stuck adjusters on me. So what's happening is the ship is actually got the left roll adjuster stuck. So if I let go of the button, it's going to actually flip itself upside down and then roll over. And I don't know why it's been doing that on me. I'll have to reset the seat, I guess, and see if that'll fix it. For now, we'll just pick it up and roll it over. It's fine. Put it there, and then build on it. Oops. Put that back. Wrong button. There you go. And we have our linked container up there still. Oh, this is the wrong link container. No. Okay. So we're going to get to go ahead and fly back up to the ship. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and relog so that the base actually loads in here. So just log out and then log back in. And you might have noticed we're... can I zoom in on the ship? Yeah, give me just a second. I got to relog. There's actually a building here, and it just didn't render. So give me a second. I will zoom back in on the ship. We're going to fly back up there and link to the other container. So give me just a minute. get loaded back in here. Yeah, there's actually a large core base here. It's about it's getting close to like a quarter of the way built. So um, just a minute, uh, you'll see that it does exist. And we'll fly back up there. I got a link to my other container. I forgot to link to my containers that are on the antigrav ship before I took off. Alright, and there is the base. It is actually loaded in now. So I'm going to reset this seat. The seat is not happy for whatever reason, and it's not. Should be telling me that it's going to overwrite the Lua, but it's not doing it. So we'll go ahead and just fly up here. This thing might actually be hard to land on there on Alioth. Just because of trying to get it turned in this. I may have to put a stabilizer on it to use it for this function. Which is why a lot of people have built the little flying platform things. And yeah, see, the stabilizer would have helped me immensely there. Getting turned around and everything. So I guess I'll have to, if I plan on using this ship at all, I will have to definitely throw something on it to make it function a little better for that. So we'll fly back up here and see if we can get rolled around and get landed up there. If not, I'll have to fetch it and we'll just go with it. See, I'm losing way too much altitude coming in like this for the sharp turn. Way too much altitude. Boom. No! I missed. So close. So close. Can I do this? Will it let me do this? I don't think it's gonna let me. It's just a little too heavy for that engine to pick up this way. Alright, that's fine. Redo. Whee! Alright, let's get turned around here. Have to come in maybe from a little further away and come in a little slower. It's the first time I've tried this, so you know, I was hoping that I could actually just land on that with this ship. I knew it would be a little sketchy, but all right. Let's see. Nope. Dang it. And there's just no way that this is gonna let me shoot straight up to get on there. I wonder what my fuel situation is like on this ship too. Let's take a look. That's not bad. 50%. I can do this for a minute. Okay. I don't think this ship is going to be the right ship to do this in. It's just not looking very good. All right. Way too hard to land on there with this. So I guess I'll have to make myself a little platform ship. Make a little platform maybe that matches the ship a little better. Good news though, the anti-grav appears to be working on the ship, at least so far. It hasn't like fallen from the sky. I've seen a few complaints about that. That worked. As fast as this ship stops, it actually didn't kaboom anything. And we're there, so. Oops. Apparently, you can turn off force fields from inside the ship. It's lovely. Did not know. There we go. And in order to avoid having to do that again, we are going to go ahead and land the ship. So I got on it once, but I'm not feeling terribly lucky. So this is the ship. It's got 10 large cans on it. It's got like 36 brakes, I think, on it, and 2 large fuel cans, anti-grav, 10 engines, and 28 wings and then 3 wings of stabilizers, I think, and 8 vertical boosters. Just a fun little thing I put together. It's nice and flat, goes fast, turns nice, all that good stuff. So, alright, so we are going to go ahead and hit Control, or hit Alt-G, and then just hit Control and see if this will actually allow us to float down at a nice slow pace, which is the hope. I'm a little concerned about this, especially since I've not tried it yet. Looks like it's going to work. We're going to land kind of half on the factory though. So get turned around here and try to maybe move ourselves just a little bit. Oh, that's maybe not such a good idea. Gained a lot of speed doing that. So just cut the engines. We'll land on top here. It'll be a little rough, apparently. And then from here we can kind of scoot it forward. I haven't built out the landing pad here yet. Oops. I'm up on the base. Alright. So there we go. Antigrav works. It actually says it's powered on right now. Oh, because the keyboard's off. So activate the keyboard. There we go. Now it turns it. So as long as the programming board is running, the screen will actually update with the right information. And first we can set it to kind of whatever we want to. I do have a hard-coded 1000 to start with in here, although this is set at 1100. So it's part of my work in progress stuff that I'm wanting to play with a little bit. This is still under development. We'll go ahead and open the doors. And oh, we need a link. That's like the sole purpose of why I came in here. So go ahead and just link, reset, and link again, because never seems to work right on the first time anyway. And then run down here and see how many warp cells we got. 1727. Not bad. I'm not unhappy with that, especially if they're selling good, which I'm happy with the current prices. So we'll go ahead and take these over. Actually, I want to double check too. I don't know. I've got everything set up to make antigrav devices over here, and I don't know how far along in the process it is. So it has not made the reinforced frame yet. It says missing ingredients, which is missing the miraging steel. And it's missing miraging steel because it's being sucked up by these things here. And miraging steel takes literally forever to make, and so it's going to take a little bit to get the factory get the factory going for that. I may need to put in another couple of refiners or smelters for doing some of the high-end stuff, because it's been running non-stop and it's just not been able to keep up with the demands for miraging steel. I mean, it doesn't get used very fast, but it is getting used faster than what it can keep up with. So we're already 62 of those. 64 is the requirement for those. And then looks like we're actually almost queued up here for an extra drive. So by the time this is kicked off, we are going to have a second one almost ready to be created. So I'm going to go ahead and install another large assembler here and get more of them being output. It should output one a day. I just didn't install the assemblies yet because I wanted to kind of mess with getting it going first. And so we're going to head over. Want to see kind of where we should sell these. And it looks like District 9 has warp cells. District 7. So District 7 is the closest to the base. So it looks like District 6 is actually missing from here, though. So I think we'll go to District 6 to sell them. I like trying to spread them out a little bit, and you actually play a little bit more with your prices. If you put them somewhere where there aren't any others, you're not competing directly with other people, and you get to set a little bit better prices on stuff. I'm not talking about like price gouging and ripping people off, right? I'm talking about setting some honest prices that are competitive, but maybe make a little bit of extra money. Which making money is kind of a necessary evil in this game. It's how you get to make all the pretty ships and stuff. So get a little altitude here. We got a little bit of a trip to do here. Not too terrible. It is good to know that this will actually just drop from the sky with this number of brakes. I'll probably go ahead and add out enough to fill those rails so I can come down with a little more weight. And while I'm over here, maybe see where I can buy the cheapest extra large space engine. I've got one, but I'd like to have a second one to put on here. Would be very nice to have the two space engines for this. Get it space worthy. So that'll be kind of a goal for maybe while we're working on stuff tonight. Also, I should have checked my ore levels and stuff, but I'll put in buy orders for all that stuff. And maybe they've got remote buy orders fixed. I don't know. Remote marketing in general wasn't working the other day. So we'll have to see if it's working. See if it's working or not. I don't know. We'll make a little bit of money with warp cells here. It looks like a lot of them have been bought up. It almost looked like maybe somebody bought a bunch from here and moved them to Mattis. I don't know. I forgot to turn off my stuff there. So we can actually turn on antigrav. And I think we should be able to just do that with the antigrav, and it'll let us keep our ship floating for a minute. We can just hop back in the seat. that actually works with the antigrav going. We are still losing a little altitude, but that's okay. Now our ship looks proper for coming into the market. Didn't want to look all weird in the shiny new ship coming into the market. That'd be tragic. So take a look here in a minute. See where we can find an XL space engine. Excuse me. Had the hiccups. Really bad. Keep just having like completely random bouts of hiccups today. Not sure what's going on. I think that is the closest to perfect I've ever stopped my roll. My roll is at 0.01 degrees. It's pretty decent. It's good. Get ourselves slowed down for the market. And we are coming in kind of directly over the pad. So we should, if the game will allow us, we should be able to drop down pretty close to right beside the pad. If there's not too many ships and stuff over here. And we've already tested to see that this thing, we're gonna try not to land on anybody. I try not to land on people if I can help it. Especially with a bigger ship, because whenever other people get in their ships to try to do stuff, or if you go to move them or whatever, it just like, it really messes with, go ahead and turn off the antigrav and just hit the brakes. And we should come in close enough, I think, to be in link container range. I'll just kind of coast down to the ground here. This is what those massive arrays of brakes up there in the front are. Let you set down all nice and easy. And as we come down, we actually don't want to we don't want to turn on the thrusters or anything, or the boosters. We just want to kind of set right down. So, there we go. I think we will move a little closer, just to make it a little bit better. Put the ship in a more visible location, maybe. There we go. All right. So, go ahead and poke our button and head off the ship. Go sell ourselves some warp cells. And I am just going to sell all of what I have currently. And when we get back to the factory, we'll see what kind of ore we might need to make sure production continues. I think this is one of the bigger orders of warp cells that I've placed up at a time, because I've been over at the Ship Expo for so long. I've been over there for almost 2 full days. And we got the slideshow of a market. It's not doing too bad right now since I just restarted the game, though. So I'm going to jinx it, saying it's not doing bad and stuff. Let's go ahead and switch over to here. We got 1727 of warp cells. So looks like there must be some on here in this marketplace because I am seeing. There went that. All right, I'll be right back. I'll have to get the game restarted, and give me a chance to get a drink. Maybe that'll help with the hiccups. Alright, so that didn't take too long. We're just going to log back in here. And hopefully it won't crash again. Said I was going to jinx it, and sure enough, yeah. I said something good about the market for a minute, and kaboom, it crashed on me. A lot of times after it crashes, it'll crash the next time I open it, and then it'll open fine, so we'll see what happens. Don't know what we'll get yet, but we'll see. See what it'll do. Log back in here. Yep. Done screwed up by commenting on it running good at the market. Should have just kept my mouth shut. It's alright though. It's all good. Alright, looks like it's going to come in. It's not going to blow up on me, I don't think. The way I can usually tell is whether or not it loads my hotbar whenever I come in. Alright, so it looks like there is some stuff for sale here at the District 6 market. But apparently, yeah, $17,399 for those. So we're actually going to put them, we are going to put them a little higher than the 13.5 that they're running at District 9. We're going to go ahead and drop them in under this 14.8 though. Let's probably go like 14,799. And we're District 6. District 6 is usually a little more crowded. So What did we say? I hate that you can't see the 14,899. That's what we're gonna do. So that'll be 25 million for those. Once they sell. Oh, selected duration. Forgot to put them in there. Go ahead and put them in for a month. Just so it's there. And then we'll have to put in some buy orders for some stuff whenever we get back to our base. I'm sitting here talking to myself. Got my mic muted. But it'll make us a little bit of money. It's not massive, but it'll give us something. And I don't think I have anything on order right now other than just those. So what'll happen here is, there's only a few at a cheaper price. There's less than 1,000 there. They just, oh, okay, they disappeared and came back. You say they just got bought, but less than 1,000 there, and then there's a few at one of the random markets that's out nowhere, and nobody's gonna go somewhere for 9 and 28. And then so I'm like the next price, kind of in the middle of this, and so people are gonna pull up to District 6 and they're gonna say, okay, we got 14.8. We can go and get them a little bit cheaper somewhere else. We can just buy them here, and for the loading, people will just go ahead and buy them. And so when people are posting these things, and you see the price drops, 800, 600, 500, and this went on down, over the course of the week, they were dropping them down into the 11,000 range, and it just doesn't make any sense to be dropping the prices that drastically on something that absolutely will sell. I mean, people buy these; they have to have them to get around in, and pushing them down that low is just absolutely crazy. They were reaching the point where selling them. They were selling cheaper than you could buy the ore to make them. So if you were to buy all the ore, instead of buying the warp cells, it would actually be cheaper just to buy the warp cells than to buy the ore. And that's just crazy low prices. I don't understand why people do that. I know the market's new and there's a lot of fluctuation on stuff, but these are selling like hotcakes all the time. See, they already sold almost 100 of those, in just the minute I've been here talking. It just don't make sense, undercut a little bit if you want to be competitive in the market, but you don't have to. You don't have to knock the prices like 10% off every time you undercut somebody. Take a penny off. It's a good competitive way to do marketing without kind of screwing everybody over. So I've been holding on to those warp cells now for almost a week, which, I mean, I've just been making more, right? Like, it's not like I was not like I was not doing anything with that time just because I couldn't sell my warp cells. Um, but it definitely would have been nice to be able to sell them earlier if people would have not been cutting the prices so low on them. So I just hung on to mine and sell them later. You know, I didn't feel like I was parked that far up in the air whenever I stopped here. Maybe I was. I don't know. I was definitely sitting like down as far as the ship would sit, so no, I was not that far up in the air. Not sure why. Not sure why it decided. Oh, I didn't even see that little bitty ship behind me there. Not sure why it decided to do that. Yep. A little too far here. I'm lagging too bad to get stopped. It's having a little issue. So I'm not super happy with the turn adjustment on here, and I'm not really sure why it's not working as nicely as I would like it. It turns really slow. Everything else is really nice on it, and then it just like it rolls ridiculously fast, and then it's just like, nah, we'll just kind of screw you on the turning, and then once you're in the air, it turns kind of fast. So I don't know. It's a little bit weird to me. Get turned around here, going the right direction. There we go. Go ahead and climb on back up. I guess I can cut my throttle down a lot. We're gonna probably put a buy order in for the XL space engine. We'll see where people are selling them, and then put a buy order in maybe somewhere else. So somebody will come in and be like, "Oh, I want to get rid of this," and just buy order up, maybe get a little cheaper. Like to play the market, try to get things cheap as I can. Try not to spend all my money in one spot. And we're going to look at building a little platform ship for getting back onto the Antigrav here. I don't know quite what I'm going to do with it yet. So we'll see. We're going up really fast. We need to stop that. Climbing a little too high, too fast. I got a little carried away. Now we're going down. There we go. Okay, get leveled off. I just think it's interesting when people have built so many structure kind of right together like that. Because that wasn't, I didn't go over market or anything. That was a man-made thing. Market's over there. We were flying back over here. Crossed over something kind of ginormous. back over here to the base. Kind of take stock of what we got, what we need. End up leaving atmosphere. Going high, too fast. Kind of drop down a little bit. Since I got VR working again, I am gonna go check out one of the block warehouses that I've been kind of keeping an eye on, and see how they're doing as far as getting their blocks all put together. They've put a lot of effort into getting everything where you can actually see, you know, what the blocks look like and stuff. Looks really good in there. I appreciate the people who spend the time and the effort, money, and everything else to get those sorts of things into the game. It's nice to see people that are willing to kind of give back to the community and stuff. Oh, this might be a little hard. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Thought for a minute I was gonna kind of crash a little bit, but all right. Yeah, I definitely need to get an actual landing pad over here. Not a very pretty way to land. Let's go over here to the factory. In here and see what kind of ore we got. It's kind of loud over here. I apologize for the loud noises. Let's just see what we got. Looks like we're needing everything except bauxite. And we need limestone, and acanthite and garnierite. Basically everything tier 4. Which I think actually though we've got tier 4 we got tier 4 hiding in here. Up here. Yeah. Got 1,000 gold nuggets. Got about 1,000 of everything. Looks like we got some more cobaltite. And 3,000 cryolite. So we're probably okay on those. Might get a little more cobaltite and gold nuggets. But definitely need to replenish the T1 stockpiles. Which that's cheap stuff, right? So not a big pain point to replenish that. Of course, natron, malachite. Those are a little more expensive, and then acanthite is significantly more expensive. So we get basically a 12,000 buffer on this. So we use limestone for fuel and the warp cell production. So it's kind of why we have less of the limestone. Let's see what we can get for, start with the T1 ore, so we'll go with hematite first, and I think it's funny, this order for 20, for a penny, has been at Marketplace 11 for forever, and then this order for 140 for 9 has been here forever. These two have been, I think it was set up as a 7-day buy, and there are 3 days left on it, and as cheap as it is, it's not enough quantity for anybody to actually travel for, which is kind of amusing. So it looks like there are a couple places where it's like Alioth 15 bit, which I don't know how far away that is. So take a look. It's halfway around the planet, so that's not enough to be worth flying for. It's not enough quantity to go for. This is all in Sanctuary. So it looks like the Alioth prices are going to be up in the man. Looks like they're actually going to be in the 23-ish range for the quantities that I need. I could go to Mattis and get at least part of it for 21, but it wouldn't be worth the warp cells. I'd have to make it worth it by just flying, which would be a nice long boring trip for about an hour. And it doesn't look like anywhere else around actually has the quantity of hematite that I actually need to make it worth the trip. So, but this stuff does sell really good, so I'll have to put it in at 23.39. And let's go to District 7. And we're going to go with probably 100,000. Oof. It's going to be a lot. Maybe we'll start with 50,000. And go for a week. I don't want to spend all of my money quite yet. Not selling the warp cells quite yet, so we'll go with 23.39, District 7. Let's go with coal. See if there's enough anywhere to be worth going for a little bit cheaper, which I don't think there is. 1998 has 90,000. 1998 is actually cheaper than I would get it on a buy order. Well, I might get it. I might get it a little cheaper since there's none on buy at District 7. Oh, there is. But it's low. So actually, I might try getting it. Man, I don't know. This is a tough one because obviously I need it. And the buy orders right now for coal are super low. Specifically at District 7. Which people who are selling a lot of it will go somewhere where they can get a better price for it. But we'll see, 1250 looks like the high price at District 7. So for now, we'll just do 100,000 at, and it's gonna break my quantity. 1251. Do that for a week as well. And see if that will actually get us anything. is kind of a crapshoot with that order. And then we also need quartz. And 1923. 2176. Looks like 2176 is the highest price in District 7. So we go with 2177. Actually, we didn't look to see if there was anywhere with enough of it to be worth traveling for. So, not for any price that I'm going to get anything. I'm not going to get enough to go flying halfway around the planet for it. So 2177, market 7. And go with 50,000 of that for a week. And then we need an Akinbite. That was the other one. Alright, so this one's painful, but thankfully we don't need as much of it. So let's look here. Let's see. I wish there was a way to sort by distance and price. So you just see what the cheapest was at a location really fast. District 3 at 141. And looks like the 112 here, 120. Looks like 120 is the best price. District 7. Actually, everywhere else is cheaper except District 1. That's close here. So I think we might actually go with a District 8 order on this, which has basically nothing above. Actually, District 8 just doesn't have good buy orders at all. So we'll go with a District 8 for like, let's go with 90, 90 here. Let's go with like, it's gonna be too much because I don't have that much money. That's what I just put in. Yeah, 5,000? Yeah, we can do 5,000. And that'll at least get us started until the warp cells start selling. Which, yeah, it should be rolling in anytime. Go ahead and look at the warp cell orders and see what's happening. Make sure we don't need to lower our prices any, which nope, we're good. And actually, looks like the prices are going to climb really quickly at this point. It actually might be worth raising the prices a little bit more, just to kind of maximize income there. Kind of see what it does. So 4 million in buy orders and 25 million in sell orders. Tends to be the way it works these days. And once again, I'm sitting here talking to myself with the, maybe this has got to be 417 right here. And what is this making? Nothing that requires calcium. So we're going to unlink that. And we're also going to look at, look at this. This has got 7 of 7 inputs. Let's see what the other, we got another oxygen. That's not finished yet. Up here, one of these on top does oxygen, I think. Maybe not. Somebody over here is doing an oxygen. So I guess this is the back two are doing oxygen, hydrogen. There's hydrogen, so this one is oxygen. And it's got 7 to 7 links. Alright, well, so I guess I need to just put a transfer unit down right there to take care of that problem. That's not it. One of them in here. Just put a transfer unit in on this. Over here. Pretty sure that tank is oxygen. We're actually, we're pretty loaded on oxygen at the moment. And then this one looks like it's fine. It's low on coal, obviously low on carbon. I'll just take the carbon out of here, drop it in here. And then it's got low on silicone as well. Nothing we can do about that right now. So we get some more quartz. So it explains why we're not making more fuel though. So this one of these should be going to a transfer unit from this thing for it to not have hydrogen. Excuse me, hydrogen in it. So I don't know. Yeah, there it is, right there. No, that's the one I just put in. I don't see another output link going to a transfer unit. That's interesting. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so that's the, where's that going? It's going to the new transfer unit. It's going to 2 chemical industries. This is going to 2 transfer units. So this was already going to a transfer unit over there. Unit 79. Why wasn't this pulling it out then? This thing's stuck. Missing input ingredients. I'm sure one of these is that link. Almost has to be. That one maybe? It's going to the carbon transfer unit, but it's not going to the oxygen. Okay. Well, that's fine. And we're actually going to probably end up deleting some oxygen here pretty soon. This is missing silicon, which I knew. Alright, so that's fine. We'll have to get silicon going when we get some of those orders filled, and get the factory rolling. You know, skipping a couple days has hurt us a little bit, but we'll have things rolling again pretty soon. Just kind of left the factory unattended for a couple days and went over to the expo, which the expo was pretty awesome. I did enjoy that. Got some interesting ideas for some ships that I now want to try and build, do some kind of fun stuff. I need to definitely work on a bigger voxel collection. I think that's going to be one of my holdbacks for a little bit, is getting just a good collection of different colors and stuff to be able to put together kind of different kind of ships. I've got a little bit, but definitely going to be needing more. And we need to move. Let's see. We put those screens over here. Let's go ahead. Oh, I missed. Did like a little hop and completely missed the thing. So, declare, reset, declare. We need to get things rolling with the factory again. Oop, I just missed my jump there. Alright. And over here is kind of our components box. So we'll drop the spare screens that we have in here right now. And go ahead. Clear them, stack everything. We didn't end up using this one. And I think I got programming boards in here as well already. And then we've got some voxel material there, which I think, I don't remember which box that stuff goes in. And we got a lot of small containers now. We'll look here and see. I don't see any more programming components there. I think these boards have things that I was wanting to save on them, so I'm just gonna not clearing their properties quite yet. And here's our voxel materials, so that, and I didn't realize we had quartz in here. And garnierite. And limestone, wow, okay. This would have been nice to know that I had. We'll put these in that other box. Just have all of the kind of electronics widgets in one spot. It's also got the VR stuff in it. Stack all that up. I'm gonna have to make myself some more luminescent glass here pretty soon. Let's see, is this box? Yeah. And I need to. I haven't played with the sensors yet. Needing to see what those do. The info button is a button to display custom text on activation. So let's just just put an info button right there. Quick text or quick SVG. Oh, okay. So it just pops up a thing. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit of boost here in background here. Man, keeping up with this factory. So I bought a lot of pyrite and petalite earlier. So we're good on those. The acanthite has been a struggle since I moved back to Alioth. I was on Ion, which has it. You can mine it on Ion, but it was a lot of mining to keep all the ore in stock on Ion because none of the other stuff is available either, and so we're having to warp back and forth and stuff to get everything that we needed. Petalite and pyrite were hard to get out on Ion. Acanthite was easier to get, but it didn't provide enough sulfur to keep up. Just a little bit of a boost, and then we had to go somewhere else to get pyrite because it's like none on the moon left. So ended up moving back to Alioth, and now I can't get acanthite. So it's a struggle. It's all right there. It's a good struggle. Somebody's asking where our home planet is. I didn't know we had a home planet. Alright, so the sensors thing is interesting. We'll just go put it in a box. That was one I got from somebody else, so it already had dynamic properties, and I don't know what they were. I maybe should have looked at it before I wiped it out. Might have been interesting. That's okay. Yeah. So I've got enough transfer units to finish up the second half of the warp cell factory again. I think it takes 50 to do the warp cell factory. So I'll probably do that kind of offline, just to save the boredom. Um, and I think I'm probably about to go probably crash for the evening. Um, pretty tired. Kind of had a long day today, so I'm thinking it might be time to go ahead and go to bed. Don't know. Uh, just have to kind of see, I guess. Hopefully, some of my orders will fill. Um, See, this seems like a reasonable price for coal in the 12 range. There's just so much of it, and getting up in here to the 16, 17, 18, 22 range is it just seems really high for coal. I found multiple coal mega nodes when I was still doing mining, and 22 um, just seems like a lot. Uh, a person could, with a very cheap low end flyer, could actually run around and scoop up kind of all of the ore on Sanctuary and Alioth that's priced real low and make a pretty fair amount of money just in their inventory. They wanted to make a little bit of kind of newbie cash, um, they could scoop up the ore and sell it to some of these buy orders even. You wouldn't even have to necessarily sell it the buy orders. You could place it for sale at a higher price and make a decent little chunk of money. I mean, it wouldn't be the best money in the world, but for a newbie marketeer who has the time to fly around to all the different places and disassemble a ship, put it back together on Sanctuary, fly around, pick up all the bits and pieces of ore. Um, you know, 300, 400 here and there. I carry almost 5,000 with just a few upgrades. And I can carry like 4,800 right now, I think, is my max. So, I mean, if you could carry 4,800 and sell it for double what you picked up for it, I mean, it's not a lot, but it's good for starting cash, for sure. Um, just see if you had the 4,800. Oh, I'll have to do it as a buy order instead. So if you had the 4,800 in your inventory and you sold it for 22, and that's for one inventory. That's the same amount as you'd make in your free quantas for the day. It looks like there's probably two or three inventories at the low end price. In 15, you're still making good money there. That's 6, 7 inventories. Of course, that's on Lacabus, but for the 30,000, there's a good amount to be scooped up in and around Alioth. So somebody wanted to make a little bit of quick cash for a trade in fuel. Wouldn't be a terrible amount of fuel, and scoop up all the little bits of ore, and put them back up at the regular prices. I think people who are buying a lot of ore are using the buy orders instead. But just an easy way to make a little bit of money. For the enterprising newbie. So yeah, I think after we get some of our warp cells sold, we're gonna buy a space engine and upgrade the anti-grav ship to be space capable, and then we're gonna probably look at making a pretty ship. I wanna from having looked at all of the various ships at the Ship Expo, I am inspired to. Um, I always do my ship builds. I build the functionality that I want. I want X amount of thrust, X amount of wings. I want everything to line up right. Um, I want everything to work really well. Um, I want it to fly perfectly and handle perfectly and handle the amount of weight that I want to carry with it and everything else. And once I get all of those things like ironed out the way I want them, then I put in all of my honeycomb and kind of try to build pretty around it. And that's actually a lot harder to build super nice looking ships from a standpoint of building in your function first. And so I'm gonna try building a ship from the other direction. Right, I'm gonna build a pretty ship first, and then I'm going to make it. This is the second time that ship has decided to go underground on me. Not sure why. I know what I'm catching on there, but I'm not sure why it likes to sink into the other voxels instead of going through that. Like it clips through everything else instead of going through the one thing that's blocking it there. Which just get rid of this here. It's not actually part of anything. Now this thing will set down here real nice. But yeah, I want to build probably an extra small. I'll probably reclaim this. First, I need to make a hover thing to get me back up to my. Oh man, get tired. Get me up to my antigrav ship first. I need to get that problem solved, and then after I've gotten that problem solved, start looking at building a nice, pretty ship to scoot around on. So I think right now I'm gonna start crafting some stuff in my inventory and in some of my small assemblies around here. I've got a few smalls that I don't think I have out right now. I have one of them up top, but I'll throw down some assemblies and make some engines and look at making a cool looking platform to ride up onto my ship. Probably going to do it a little bit different than the existing ones. I don't know. We'll see. And I'll have to do some math and see how much it'll need to carry before I do too much with it. Figure out how many engines I need on it and stuff like that. And build something that looks kind of cool to float around on. I don't want just the flying piece of glass that everyone has. Like I said earlier, I like to make things for myself instead of copying what other people have done. I like to kind of do my own sort of designs and stuff. So we'll see what I come up with. I for instance, the standard antigrav script that people are running. I mean, it works. I don't understand the lock on it and why the lock. I guess to prevent accidental clicking. But it's ugly, right? And so I wanted something that looked nicer. And this is nicely functional. You can up and down by various increments, and it gets you going pretty easy. Of course, I'm going to add a data bank to this. We're going to have a couple of data banks to do some different functionality on the Antigrav ship. I want to know how much my cargo weighs. I want to do a little bit of stuff with like playing with the altitude and some of the core unit functions, and we'll see where I end up as far as like status screens. There's a fuel thing that people are running, and it actually looks fairly decent, but I'd like to build something that's kind of styled after what I've got here already. I've got a CSS script kind of all laid out for the styling that I've got, and so I'd like to be able to build in equivalent styling for my own personal scripts and stuff. Then if people want them, they're free to have them. I think for tonight I'm gonna probably log off because watching someone program is probably a little bit boring. Like it's literally me opening this console and then clicking that button and then closing the console, open the console, close the console, click that button again, and like see see what happens with the ship basically. It's just a lot of really boring, tedious trial and error, and I think that doing stuff like that on stream is kind of boring, and I'm kind of tired, and I might end up just falling asleep while I'm in the middle of it. So I think I'm gonna probably sign off for the night, and we'll get some more interesting content up for you guys real soon. I had a lot of fun at the expo. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to see all the ships and going on the tour and everything. If you did, and even if you didn't, it'd help me out a lot if you would like and subscribe. I know you guys hear that a lot on videos and stuff, but I do appreciate it all. So every little bit counts, and I will catch you guys again another time.